Welcome to today's web series episode for JetTrac Fire Inspection for desktop and mobile devices. My name is Dean Witherston and I'm one of the FileMaker developers who put this app together, and I hope to give you some basic insight into how it works and the recommended methods. Today's topic is system information on the iPad, and we're going to take a bit of a closer look at the details in adding new system information, changing or even deleting information as well. We'll see the different ways to navigate to and from the system information layout. There are some areas that are more closely related to system info than others, and we'll try and focus on those particular relationships. So by default, when you get to the work order, you don't see anything about system information. It's actually sharing the space at the bottom with the deficiencies. So if I look at the deficiency space, and to the far right there's a clock and there's a button that says System Info. I'm going to click on that System Info, and that brings up our existing records that we have for this work order. And you can see that a few of the details tells us a bit about what was done and what those item types are. If I click on the System Info Summary record side, you'll see all the details that were added, and there's quite a few things that in this case are added for risers and gauges. And I'll check on the second record. You can see the same sort of thing. Anyway, let's start off by adding a new record, and let's go in and add another system or another riser and gauger. And I'll do it by clicking on the new record in the middle, and that's going to ask us, okay, for which building, and we just have one in this case, and I'll select risers and gauges. That brings us through to our system info layout, and you see there a couple of fields we need to go through, and I'll try and be as quick as I can. Now that's pretty much it, and I have an option to add a barcode. I'll leave it at this point, but you can see, or you may have noticed that some of these details like PSI above check and below check relate directly to some test procedure item rows that we need to look up, and after I click out of here and finish with this record, it's going to be available in our test procedure as well. So that's pretty cool how it all relates to one another. So I'm going to click on done, and we have a new record that was added. It's up at the top by default, so I'll click on that. You can see some of the details that we added. Alright, let me add another record. This time let me go from within the system information screen to add it. So let me just take one of these existing records to get there, and I've clicked on the arrow to the right, and let's have a look at the categories that we have here. I'm going to choose spearhead and wrenches, and it's telling me, oh, you don't have any already in here, so do you want to add a new one, or are you okay with that? If I click OK, it's not going to take me anywhere, so I'm going to select add new, and let's add some details. And that affiliation is actually referring to the risers and gauges affiliation, the riser ID. Just want to add two more records into our system information, and let me go and navigate to our existing record. I'm going to choose here hydrant information. Again, we don't have any already in here, so let's go and add a new one. I'm going to select some of the drop downs where available. As I come to the end of this new record, I wanted to point out that a couple of the categories have the option to add barcode information. So with this one, let me show you how to do it. And you need to go down to the bottom. There's a little icon for barcode. As soon as I click on that, We're looking at our camera now. And very easily it picked up the barcode that we had on the portable hydrant and it's gone and added it into our record. Goodbye for now. Last but not least, I wanted to show you a feature that we added just recently, is something called System Information Images, and we can get to it. We can get to it from here if we want. I'm going to click on New Record, Main Office, and down at the bottom you see System Info Images. We've added a few, but let me just show you how to add a new one. Basically, the third row there is empty. I'm going to click on the item type, and let's just select storm drain information. I'm going to go and take a photo. This is obviously not a storm drain, but as an example, I just wanted to show you adding that, and I have an option to add a description of what it is, and I'm going to just put there sprinkler, and you can add as many details as you like. I'm going to click on done. And that concludes the end of our video. Stay tuned for future videos in the series. We'll look at more in-depth examples and hopefully everything you guys are interested in. Goodbye for now.